Welcome to Kids Skits. Today we're gonna make toad in the hole. It's a really fun English breakfast food that's very quick and easy to make and very customizable. So we have a whole spread of vegetables today. And Miles, you're gonna get to pick out whatever you wanna pick. We're gonna pick 2 vegetables. Okay. So we've got butternut squash, sweet potatoes, this is a type of pumpkin, beets, radish, carrots, and some green onions. What do you think?
I think we should do some green onion and carrot.
Green onion and carrots?
I meant green onion and pumpkin.
And pumpkin?
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
All right, how about we pick, let's do green onion as like a topper on the end. Do you want to pick maybe one more root veg to do with our pumpkin? We could do like pumpkin and carrot.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd be down with that.
All right, so when you pick out your 2 vegetables, we're gonna just do, you don't really need a whole lot. We're not gonna use all of this, so you can save some of it for like pumpkin pie or something like that. I'm gonna have you start with peeling our carrots.
Okay.
And we're just gonna use our compost bowl here.
All right.
And I'll cut the pumpkin because it's a little tough. Oh boy, this pumpkin smells so good.
Oh yeah, I can smell that from here.
Now you could use acorn squash, you could use, there's all sorts of squash right now that you could use that'd be really good. This one's called a kabocha. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but my understanding is it comes from Japan. Sometimes the pumpkin doesn't like to peel very well, so it's a little easier if you slice it and then cut the rind off.
I'd say that looks pretty good.
Oh, that looks beautiful. So you've got just a little knife there if you want to cut, and we're gonna just cut kind of little pieces. And I've got a baking dish here. It can be any kind of baking dish. If you've got a pie pan or a traditional rectangle one, that works fine too. We're just looking for something that's heat tolerant and probably about 2 inches deep, at least. So we're just gonna cut like little pieces, maybe like a 1/2 inch or so.
About that, you'd say?
Yeah, that looks perfect. So if you've got littles at home that aren't quite ready to use a sharp knife, you can buy a kid-safe knife on Amazon. They come in packs of 10 for like $1 a piece, and they're really fun. Or you can get nicer ones for about $3. And they are serrated, so they kind of have to work out a little bit more, but they're pretty effective at cutting. Now, if we were doing like a really sweet one, we could do different seasonings and stuff like that, but I'm a really big fan of rosemary. It smells so good. So we're gonna add just a little bit of rosemary today. You gonna smell that?
Oh yeah, that's good.
It makes me think of fall, right? A lot of people think of pumpkin pie spice, but for me it's rosemary. So we're just gonna peel a little bit and then chop that up real quick. So I'm gonna have you measure 2 tablespoons of olive oil and just drizzle it over our pan. Here's one. You're gonna do a little bit of rosemary. This is where you'd add a little bit of salt or pepper if you wanted to. I've done sweet potatoes and added a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. So you can really mix it up. Thyme is really good here. So while our vegetables are roasting, we're gonna go ahead and make our batter. So we got a nice bowl here. We're gonna do 150 milliliters of milk. So this is an English recipe, which means sometimes the measurements are a little bit not quite what we would like round numbers for Americans. So if you don't have 150 milliliter, let's see, let's measure that out and then see how close we are with our cups. So on the other side here, usually on the opposite side of your cup measurement, they'll have milliliters on your liquid measures. And we're going halfway between the 100 and the 200. Can you get that? Yep. And it just happens to work out that we need 3/4 of a cup of flour. So let's go ahead and scoop 3/4 of a cup of flour out. We're gonna set that to the side. Put that to the side. And we're going to crack 3 eggs into our bowl. And these are really nice, dark, local eggs.
Yeah.
So you want to crack. Our bowl is a little hard, or a little hard to crack on, so. There you go. And we can toss our shells in our compost bowl. And we just need one more. And we're gonna whip this. So when you whip, you're kind of going in like a circle, right? Because you don't want to go too far, or you'll whip it right out of the bowl. And you're kind of folding air in there. I'm gonna go a little bit more. So we're looking for a nice smooth egg batter. We don't want to see any big chunks of egg in there. Now we're gonna add our flour. Here, I'll come around and I'll add the flour in for you, okay? Okay. It's gonna get really stiff. So you gotta go a little slow on this or you're gonna whip flour all over. I think that looks pretty good. Do you wanna show everybody? Sure. Let's see how nice and smooth that is. All right, so we're gonna start to slowly incorporate our milk until it's a really thin batter. All right, so I'll pour a little bit in and you can mix that in. And if you go too fast, it'll splash all over. And you can make this a little bit ahead of time. If you wanted to, you could cover it and leave it overnight. That way you could just toss it and cook it in the morning really quick for a nice easy breakfast. But we're gonna make ours right away. So let's go ahead and check on our veggies. All right. So the fun part of this is while it's still sizzling, we're gonna pour this batter in. Do you wanna pour?
Sure.
You just kind of want to evenly get it all over. And don't touch the bowl to the pan. All right. And then right back in the oven it goes. So if you could have seen it when it first came out of the oven, it puffs way up. And then as it cools down, it'll settle down. Do you want to add some green onion to this one? Sure. Toad in the hole. I'm pretty sure it's called toad in the hole because you can see the little bits of vegetables, but you'll have to go do some research to find that out for yourself. All right, you wanna try it?
Sure.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So that's how you make toad in the hole. It's really easy. It's very customizable. So you can swap all of our veg out. You can even do it with sweet stuff like apples. I've done it with all sorts of different stuff. So get out there and experiment and have fun. Thank you.